Good morning. This is the Outdoor Artist, and I want to give you an overview of where we are with two things today. One is the green, because there's been a few changes on the putting green, and then I want to also show you the road work that's been completed, and we'll take a ride in the golf cart for that because it shows that pretty nicely in the smoothness of the ride compared to the last time I took you for a ride in the golf cart. First thing I'll point out though is there's a new material we're trying out here, and you see kind of a pebbly looking material here on the green, and that's called pen mulch, and it comes by the bag, and it's got what's in it called a tackifier, which helps it hold it on the slopes, which is what we need, and also holds the moisture. So we've watered here about an hour ago, and you can see some areas are still damp looking, other areas are already looking dried out. The other thing you see is the weeds enjoying themselves. Many of the weed killers that work on putting greens, on bent grass though, you can't apply them if the temperature gets over 85. And so in our case, that has pretty much wiped out our opportunities recently, since every day's been over 85 here in upstate New York for probably at least 3 weeks. We're enjoying, I guess you would call it, a stretch of beautiful weather, but it's also been hot, so there's downsides to that. Now ahead, I'll show you as we approach here, we're going to start to see the stone that we put in place to smooth out this road. And I'll just hold that camera and maybe it'll be a little bit smoother. But if you remember, last time we took this trip, there was basically larger stones that we put in the troughs in order to help smooth it out. And there's the part that goes down into the back toward the house and back toward number 2 tee box. But the stones that we had in here originally, and that are still here, I should say, were about that size. See a couple of them there still. And then this stone that you'll see in the camera now is called number 2 crushed stone. And so it's an angular in nature. It's not a rounded stone. It's crushed, and what makes that nice is when it gets into a position and pushed down a little bit, it stays in place, and that's what you want for a road material. So this is working out quite nicely for our application here, and to show you how nice this road is now compared to what it used to be. We can really take this at a lot of speed. In fact, we've already had our automobile, our SUV down through here, so it is a nice wide road. There's an example of some of the stuff that's underneath to support this stone. So there's a lot of different stones doing their job here for us. As we come out into the main road and we look this way, you'll see a black bear and her cubs. Okay, we didn't expect that this morning, but that's a nice treat for us. And they're going the proper direction, which is away from us. Looks like 3 cubs there that you can see heading for somebody else's land, and that's a nice sight. Unexpected treat this morning. As we go this way, you can see up the road. We take this trip a lot and brought all of the material down for the stone that I just showed you. Brought all that stone down this road with a John Deere tractor that had a loader on the front that we were carrying about a half a ton each load, and we had about 40 tons or so of material. So if you do the math, that's about 80 loads roughly. Now we did leave some up here because we were pretty much done with our project there, and the contract was due on returning the tractor. So of some material that I'll show you up here at the top, and we'll utilize that to patch small sections here and there, but there's the amount of material that's left, and you can get a sense of scale based on the guardrail and so forth. So that's probably, I'd say, that's probably 2 or 3 tons at least in there that we can then utilize in different spots where we have things to patch, and we've already been using that this morning, and in other days we're scraping it up off this road and putting it in various spots. So that's it for our update this morning on both the putting green and the road, with a threw in a little black bear feature. All right, hope you're having a great day. Stay safe. This is the Outdoor Artist signing off.